Jameson Williams, the third-year player out of Alabama, had a rough start to his NFL career. Now in his third season, went through it, man. Year one was drafted 12th overall and suffered a knee injury in college and did not really get to showcase his talents due to the late start that he had in the year. And then here comes year two, was suspended 6 games for the gambling suspension, reduced down to 4, and he came and did his thing in year two. But year three was the year that a lot of people said that this was the year, myself included, that Jameson Williams had to show us what he could do. He had to stay out of trouble, keep his head up, and make a presence on the field. Well, 2 of those things were hard to do, but 1 he did indeed do. Now, not to be too hard on Jameson Williams, he's a young man. He had the suspension due to the PSE, right? The PES, there it is, the PES, where it wasn't substance abuse, but it was some substance that he wasn't supposed to have that showed up, and he was suspended for a 2 games, took it, went on about his business. Then you had that little situation, the legal situation, that was a little shaky, but he was cleared of any wrongdoing, and no charges are going to be filed. But on the football field, and went through it a little bit too with the Tyreek Stevenson situation. It's been a lot of stuff that Jameson Williams has been up against, but he had his breakout year. And the thing I got to remember is that this dude is 22 years old. He is 22. You can see every year you can see of his age in his face. Still, he looks like a baby to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I forgot what I looked like at 22. But I know I had a hairline, right? So it's like it's a lot of growing up you do. I'm a lot different at 45 than I was at 25. So I know that Jameson Williams will mature. But as far as his play on the field, not only did he have a breakout year, the breakout year I think he needed to have to ensure that his 5th-year option was picked up, which he did, and which Brad and the Detroit Lions are going to do. But I think he needed to do it to quiet the critics as well. Jameson Williams, let me show you where he ranked when it comes to receivers in the National Football League at the end of the 2024 regular season. Jamar Chase, the Triple Crown winner. Justin Jefferson, had he had a couple decent games, man, he would have had it. He was a runner. I didn't even realize him and Brian Thomas were 2nd and 3rd. And look at Drake London, St. Brown. Mike Florio said he wasn't worth the money. Shut your mouth. He wasn't worth $30 million. Shut your mouth. A 4th-round pick that is top 5 in receiving? Shut your mouth. Jerry Jeudy, Malik Neighbors. These are names that pop off the page. Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey, Trey McBride. Let's go down. You got A.J. Brown, Jameson Williams, right under Hall of Famer Mike Evans. This is great company. Top 25. Jameson Williams is top 25 in receiving yards in year 3. But let's look at where he ranks. Games played, Jameson Williams, and that is in 15 games. Let's look at receptions. Let me see, where does he rank in receptions? Jameson Williams is where? Wow, so he doesn't even have 62 receptions? Hold on, let me go back. J-Mo, wow. And this is all 51 receptions. You know why? Because when it comes to average, he's got to be top 5. He's got to be, oh, man, I was close. Jameson Williams, they got him as 3rd? He's tied for 3rd? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's tied for 5th, is what that should say. Tied for 5th in average. What about long? He got to have, 82 so he's top 10 in long, right? What about average? We already did average touchdowns. Let me go back because I want to make sure. How many touchdowns did he have? Okay. Go back to yards right here. Then he should pop up. Number 24, Jameson Williams. What is that? 7 TDs? 7 TDs. Jameson Williams had a breakout year in year 3. And this is what we've been waiting on. It's amazing what maturity will do. Teddy Bridgewater, big help to him last year. We could see the difference in miscommunication between him and Jared. And I think it's a little of that still going on. If you look at that interception by Jared Goff, looks like Jameson Williams started to cut it inside. Jared Goff thought he was going to go outside. That stuff happens. But when they're on that page, that St. Brown, we actually saw that last year from St. Brown. One of the plays that led to an interception by Jared Goff was St. Brown, and St. Brown came out and said it and said he was trying to freestyle out there and led to a pick. I'm not saying Jameson Williams did that, but we saw George Pickens, what freestyle really looked like. And I would take Jameson Williams 10 out of 10 times over George Pickens all day, every day. There's no doubt about it. But it's good to see this was a critical point for Jameson Williams. Now, he did not make the Pro Bowl, which is messed up because that could have helped his fifth-year option amount increase. Bad for him, but good for the Detroit Lions. But this was a big year. This, to me, was a turning point in Jameson Williams' career, meaning now he's got the confidence. Now he's got the connection. Imagine this connection. Imagine Jameson Williams doesn't miss those 2 games from suspension. He was healthy this entire year. Imagine. I think even last year he dealt with the hamstring, missed a couple games, right? And I think that Jameson Williams is going to be the X factor in the playoffs. I believe that 100%. Let's see, what did Jameson Williams do in last year's playoffs? And let's see how that is going to be different this coming season, because I think that it's going to be completely different this year. Let me look at his stats. Let me pull up 20 postseason. We're going to look at his postseason stats. And let's take a look. So last year, in 3 games in the postseason, Jameson Williams had played 3 games, had 6 receptions for 79 yards. He had 1 carry for 42 yards. That was in the NFC title game. I guarantee you, he's going to blow that out the water, both of these. He had 1 touchdown. His long was 24. This guy is going to blow this out. I guarantee it. Even in the 2 games, I suspect that Jameson Williams will get more than 6 receptions, 9 targets, 79 yards, and probably more than 1 touchdown. Jameson Williams, a breakout year, and this was big for him and his confidence and his future. I think his 5th-year option was going to. I think it was riding on this year in some regard, but in others, I think listen. Brad Holmes loves this guy. Dan Campbell is like the father figure on the field and stuff, but Brad Holmes loves Jameson Williams. I think it was going to be picked up anyway, but now I think Jamo's earned it. I think he's earned a 5th-year option. Pick it up. And it's going to be probably in a $15 million range. And I think that when it comes to the NFL playoffs, he's going to be the X factor. If you go back to that Minnesota game, both of them this season, he really couldn't get going the way that we know he could. He could get going. And I think we're going to see a lot of Jameson Williams. I think we're going to see a lot of plays because this could be the end of Ben Johnson, the Ben Johnson connection with Jameson Williams and Jared Goff. This could be the swan song for that. Not too sure yet, but we'll see. So I think that Jameson Williams, I'm happy for him, man, that he had his breakout year. His 5th-year option was going to be picked up, but now he's earned it. And here's what we need to see next year. We need to see a clean offseason. We need to see a clean preseason. We need to see a clean season. That's what we need to see for Jameson Williams. If he can do that, he will get a contract extension. He said he wanted to be the best wide receiver in the game. He is well on his way to being that. You can 100%. He's a young pup, 22, 3rd year in the league, looking forward to that 2nd contract, which is really when you start making a name for yourself. The average wide receiver. We're not talking about the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chase, the things like that. Jameson Williams is setting up to have a monster contract extension heading into contract number 3. That's what it is. So, and that's not that doesn't mean you can't be the best wide receiver in the game. So I'm proud of him that he didn't miss a game. I'm proud of him that he was able to keep his head up after all of that stuff. It's tough. And, I've got to do my job, which is keep keep it honest and keep it transparent and give you my opinion. And I think Jameson Williams, while some things are warranted, they 100% are. You got to make smart decisions. You got to do that. You got to be around the right people. You have to do that because it's not about him anymore. It's about the team. It's about his family and things like that. But I also believe that I want to believe that he's learning. I really do. And the coaching staff believes in him. The fan base loves him. Brad Holmes adores him. And he's a good kid. I think he really is a good kid. If you look at him, man, and you see the celebration, he's a good kid. He really is. He just got to make better decisions and put yourself in the right decisions. And that's what I want Jameson Williams to focus on this offseason. Focus on just being in the right decisions, bro. Being in the right situations. You don't want to be in the wrong situations, right? But Jameson Williams, mission accomplished, breakout season complete as far as regular season. And now it's time to go to the postseason and be that X factor we know you can be, that we've seen you be this season. Make it where nobody can guard you. Make it where we've already seen it, absolutely destroyed most secondaries. Tyreek Stevenson was left behind. Smoked them. He can do that to any secondary in the NFL. He really can. So, and I think year 4, year 5 are going to be even better. Year 4 is going to be, I think year 4 is going to be better than year 3. Year 5 is going to be better than year 4. Jameson Williams, 1,000-yard receiver. I don't know if y'all, when I went to the game, I knew he needed 33. He had 967 yards going into this game. He needed 33 yards. And I'm like, man, all I kept saying was, yo, I want to see more Jameson Williams. And when the Minnesota Vikings, both games, it's almost like they knew, we'll let everybody else eat but Jameson Williams. We got to be on his head. And they was on that brother head. As soon as he got it, they were on him. Jared Goff was under pressure, missed him. One of the interceptions that was tipped and intercepted, Jameson Williams was wide open, probably would have been a walk-in touchdown. But the Minnesota Vikings, they were able to get pressure on Jared Goff. But breakout season complete, man. Happy for J-Mo. Just this coming year, just, you know what we want to see. But Jameson Williams does a lot of good. He does a lot of good for the community, though. But that's all we want to see this year. All we want to see this year is good. Just nothing but good things. No suspensions, no news, unless it's good news. That's just nothing, bro. Just a clean year from Jameson Williams, man, because I think that once that happens, we good to go. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Don't forget about the Bye Week and Chill. We will be streaming all 6 Super Wildcard Weekend games right here on Lions Syndicate as we prepare for the Detroit Lions opponent as we await to see who that is. It will be seeds 5, 6, 7, or 8. It could be as little as 4, but I think there's going to be an upset on the back end. I think it's going to be the Washington Commanders that upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they will come and play the Detroit Lions. I think there's an off chance that the Green Bay Packers could do it, but they're down Christian Watson. They're going to have to make up for that loss. Not sure they can overcome the Eagles at home, but I think, or on the road. I think that it's going to be the Washington Commanders. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Also, we hit 28K today. 28,000, man. Tell you what, Lions win the Super Bowl. This channel and everybody that has been in the dirt, like Amik Robinson said, man, we are all going to take off. So it's only a matter of time. Who knows? 1 month from now, we'll be 2 days away from our first ever Super Bowl. Sounds good just to say.